This year, the honour of being the headquarters for the World Championship Lombard RAC Rally was awarded to Nottingham, Queen of the Midlands and Robin Hood country. One of Nottingham's sites is the home of author D.H. Lawrence, a dramatic contrast to the Jesse Boot Conference Centre, where the rally cars were scrutinised in front of an enthusiastic audience. And there, patriotic applause for the new MG Metro 6R4 of Tony Pond, who, with his teammate Malcolm Wilson, was bringing Britain back to the forefront of international rallying. A British supercar to compete against the Audis, the Peugeots and the Lancias. Nottingham had truly taken the rally to its heart, with a whole range of associated activities, like a display of the work of gifted motoring artist Jim Bamber. Tony Pond hit a tree last year, but this year he'd got Metro four-wheel drive. Ari, last year's winner, Ari Vartanen, in a Peugeot 205, in spite of rolling it, was out of action. But the 1985 world champion Peugeot was very much there for world champion Timo Salonen and Kalle Grundle. Audi's Walter Roll, doing a spot of witchcraft with Tony Pond, was to drive one of the latest Quattros. That's last year's Lancia, but the RAC Rally debuted the new Lancia Delta. The sturdy two-wheel drive Toyota, Safari Rally style, and its RAC counterpart in action. Well over 2,000 miles, embracing 65 special stages, circling Wales, northwards into Scotland and back through the Lake District. But what does the rally do for Nottingham?
I think it brings a lot of prestige and obviously a lot of money back into the cities. We have a lot of people follow this rally, and I'm sure tomorrow, like the start of the rally, everybody converge on Nottingham, so there's a lot of money being spent. And
have you any idea in money how much it would mean to Nottingham?
no, but it must run into just hundreds of thousands.
Sunday morning, Woollerton Park, and world champion Timo Salonen blasts away to start the first stage. The astounding new four-wheel drive Lancia Delta of Markku Alén is turbocharged and supercharged. Cumbrian Malcolm Wilson's got back troubles. Not good for nearly 5 continuous days of very hard labour. The bearded Swedish veteran Per Eklund in his long wheelbase Audi Quattro. Now, contrast the new automatic gearbox works Audi Quattro of Walter Roll and just watch it go. But Tony Pond's taking it easy. It was the very first stage where he hit that tree last year, and he's not going to do that again.
Audi have got them on their car.
Right from the start, the almost unproven Lancia Deltas took the lead, with the two Finns, Markku Alén and Henri Toivonen, very much in command. Faster than the Peugeots, faster than the Audis. Four-wheel drive cars first to 8th. Top two-wheel drive car, the Toyota Celica of Bjorn Valdegaard. The Opel Mantas were outclassed on power, but Russell Brooks was out to finish as best Brit, with Mike Broad beside him and our camera behind him.
Turn right. Port left.
And as Russell races through Sutton Park, just look at the crowds. They were everywhere.
Right. Sorry, hairpin right through a gate. Very tight. Very tight. Right, bad left, T right.
Toivonen's been off, and he's going to need a new front section on the Lancia, but he's still a secure second. Fourth, Timo Salonen, who's already won 5 World Championship rallies this year, but who's been moaning about the severity of this one. Malcolm Wilson's only driven in 1 national rally in the Metro, which he won, and he's still feeling his way, in 4th place. Hannu Mikkola, 1st or 2nd every year since 1977, an incredible record. This is what the RAC rally's all about too. Thousands and thousands of tyres transported round the route. Soft compounds, hard compounds, deep treads, no treads. Every conceivable type for every conceivable condition. And to keep the cars alive, the service barges which follow them round. Stocked with replacement everythings. Staffed by truly dedicated mechanics who'll go anywhere, do anything, anytime. And for the Lancia mechanics, their first Delta Heat of Competition challenge as Marco Allen arrives at Worcester in the lead.
Marco, you're leading your first rally, World Championship rally for a long time. Has it been a trouble-free run?
No, it's everything going well, you know, in very slippery road and car is going well. No problem like in this morning, but still a long way.
Everyone had wondered how the complicated new Lancias would go. Now we knew.
I must say that the big problem for us was the first time we meet the competition and to see that the car was in fact competitive, because I think it would have been terrible if we suddenly find out that everybody is going much quicker than we do. But instead, we are happy, the car is fine, we are winning many stages, we are leading the rally. I think maybe we don't have enough reliability so far, but the car is competitive and reliability we'll find later on.
No reliability problems for Tony Pond, who'd been pacing himself, taking it easy. 8th and into the luxury of covered servicing.
How are you feeling?
Not too good. I got the flu, but you know.
Oh, have you?
All right, yeah.
What, temperature?
Hot and cold, hot and cold.
When did this strike you?
Last night.
What are you doing about it?
Nothing.
Sweating?
Yeah, just getting rid of it.
Good. A fine drive so far for Malcolm Wilson in his first major rally in the Metro. But what about the back?
The back's been okay.
Good.
No problems really, so...
Now, what about tonight?
Well, we just carry on at the pace we've been going at. We feel we've been driving sensible. We haven't been doing anything silly. We had a little spin on Chatsworth, but it was so slippery there. But otherwise, the car's going very well.
So, new boots for the Metro and a battery of blindingly powerful lamps to light the way through the Forest of Dean. Because now it was all really beginning, looping into and round Wales and into the night and the forests that make the RAC Rally unique.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Tight.
First night was full of drama. Russell Brooks off, teetering on the edge of a steep drop. Out for 15 minutes and the end of our in-car camera. But Brooks followed Walter Roll, who rolled end over end down the hillside to write off the Quattro and take an early plane to Munich. Differential problems for Malcolm Wilson and Bjorn Valdegaard out in the Toyota. So, to nobody's great surprise, when the leader burst through the dawn of Llanfan on Monday morning, it was Hannu Mikkola, with his Audi's wastegate chattering happily away. But what a scrap behind Hannu. Second, Markku Alén. 6 seconds behind Alén, Salonen's Peugeot, only 7 seconds ahead of Kalle Grundle, and then 5 seconds to fifth man Henri Toivonen. And blaring his 3-litre Metro projectile through the forest, up to 6th, Tony Pond. Now the two-wheel drive cars. 10th, Kankanen's Toyota, reliable but totally outclassed by the supercars. 11th, Jimmy McRae's Opel. 12th, Ingvar Carlsson's rotary-engined Mazda. In their thousands they gathered, warmly clad to keep out the biting cold, walking miles along the forest tracks where the stage commanders were each responsible for their part of the rally.
This is like running a single venue event, basically. You run your own event in a forest in the middle of Wales for the RAC Rally.
And what do you do? What are your responsibilities?
Responsibilities initially are to obtain all your marshal and manpower. You've got to erect all your posts and arrows through some 12 junctions in this stage within 5 miles. Once you've put your posts and arrows up the day before usually, you then distribute your manpower on the morning of the event, organise all your time crews ready for the off at, as we are this morning, at 8:33 if everything's running on time. Most of the spectators will have come to watch the first probably 30 or 40 cars, and then they will start to leave the stage and follow the rally onwards out of Wales and probably further north.
The spectators may have journeyed further north, but several of the leaders didn't. Timo Salonen did avoid going the whole distance, out with engine trouble, and Kalle Grundle neatly wedged his Peugeot between 2 trees. Like all good things, the Lombard RAC Rally came to an end for Hannu Mikkola, but too soon. Electrical problems, home to Florida. So, both works Audis out now. Tony Pond, fighting the lurgy, was going stronger and stronger, up to a glorious 3rd now, but Malcolm Wilson's Metro had cut its water pipes and bled to death. Pinty Auricola in the middle of nowhere with a self-inflicted broken Astra gearbox.
So what's happened? Have you got no gears left at all?
No, I had to open the cover, gearbox cover, and select one gear, which is 3rd gear, get up the hill and reach the full top speed.
Did it happen in the stage?
Yes, that's right. But luckily it's quite short stage, so we didn't lose too much time, maybe a few minutes. But
you're going to be able to fix it?
Oh yes, capable mechanics. I couldn't.
So, as Monday's daylight ended, Markku Alén was back in the lead, 4 minutes ahead of the second Lancia, Henri Toivonen's. But Toivonen was 3rd, for now Tony Pond was a magnificent 2nd. The Metro going superbly in its first major rally and absolutely unmarked. 4th now, the British-prepared Peugeot of Sweden's Michael Sundström, with Englishman Paul White alongside him. Everything comes to he who waits, and patient Per Eklund, beavering away in his Audi Quattro, was up to 5th. And amazingly, the top two-wheel drive car was now 6th, Juha Kankanen's Toyota.
If you're in the middle of Wales in a stage, as we are now, it's very easy to know when the cars are near you, because up in the sky there's a fleet of helicopters circling like vultures, waiting to see the competitors going through. But if you're in one of the service barges, or even in a team car, there's another way, and people like us use it too. It's a special radio, a self-seeking one like this, which locks on to all the various frequencies so that everybody can hear what everyone else is saying.
Mercury Control, car control. Hi Dave, just got your message via Raynet. Unfortunately, it looks like 24 will be scrubbed over.
Almost at the end of a gruelling 2 days, and with 2.5 more still to go, in for service, Tony Pond.
Tony, how are you doing, Maestro?
Okay, yeah, not too bad.
You know you're second.
Yeah, we just found that out.
Now listen, how's the flu, Tony?
Comes and goes.
I mean-
It's much worse on the road sections. When you're on the stage, it's okay, but I think the adrenaline's getting rid of it anyway.
You have really got going since you got into the forest. So you're conscious of settling into a better rhythm?
Well, I mean, we took it pretty easy on the first few stages, and once we got in the forest, we decided we're going to have a go there anyway. But that's where the car's good.
At Lancia, major service needs for both cars and a race against time to satisfy them. Fiorio talks the problems with Kivimarchi, Alain's co-driver. A new gearbox for Alain's car, and they've never fitted one against the clock. Marco Alain talks to Lancia's chief engineer, Giorgio Pianta.
Giorgio, io ho cambiato pastiglie prima di
Sì, sì, ma cambiamo dopo le pastiglie.
No, nuovo, no cambio.
And what about Henry Toivonen?
You're looking very tired. Are you ready to get to bed?
No, it's these, long road sections now when you know that the day and actually the first loop is over, so the concentration is not anymore so good, so I'm ready for the bed, yes.
They've done it. The gearbox is in, just in time. But it won't go, and you can feel the tension. Time is running out. Alain's still got a short stage to do before the night halt. He can feel his lead slipping away. Try again, it must go. At last it does, and he's away to that stage in time. But now Toivonen's up against it, in his helmet, impatiently ready to go. They've had to fit a new differential in 40 minutes. Toivonen ready to tear off. And now Alain's back. Toivonen away with seconds to spare. That's a fantastic effort by his team. But Marku, was it good? So the Welsh loop completed and a short night's rest behind them, north to the Clipstone and Dalby forests, and then to the dreaded Kielder forest and Scotland. Now it's a wheel-to-wheel, Italy versus Britain, Lancia versus MG confrontation. Through the 130 miles an hour Clipstone forest tracks, Alain leads. Tony Pond is second in the Metro. What a debut. But Toivonen, third, is less than a minute behind Pond with half the rally still to go. Fourth, Michael Sundstrom, upholding Peugeot's honour and doing it jolly well too. Easily his best drive ever. Oliver's Mount, Scarborough, the famous motorcycle racing circuit, and lots of stick from Per Eklund. And here's McRae up to 7th in his Opel, and news of a gigantic multiple spin by Marco Allen, who's kept his lead. Stage 32 out of 65, Wycombe almost dark, Pond still second, and he is catching Allen. But Toivonen is charging, only 40 seconds behind Pond as he races towards the service halt.
Either with further snow showers and a widespread sharp frost, as temperatures dip down to about -3 degrees and even lower in some of the...
We're in the fire tower, the famous service area in the Dalby Forest, and we're on the snow line because there is snow on the ground. All around me, the mechanics are anxiously waiting. This section is one of the longest stages, and it's 25 miles long. It's tough, it's hard, and Marco Allen and Tony Pond are still slugging it out for the lead. Is there going to have been any difference in the gap as they emerge for service?
Well, here's Pond, cool and calm as ever. And now here's Allen, and Pond was fastest over the Dalby stage. He's closed the gap by 30 seconds. And look at Allen, he's been off into a fire break and he's damaged the Lancia's rear suspension.
He's only too much bad, you know, one corner and out. You know, I seen red on and fire.
So, without hesitation, down into the icy mud go the mechanics, anxiously watched by co-driver Kivimäki, who realises that time is slipping away and that this could lose the rally.
Completely ice, or I don't know, muddy or something, you know, it's terrible how playing. About 10 kilometers, it's like no traction, no brakes, only car is going.
New hub and disc brake at the ready, and I must say that this is a bit different from sunny Italy. It was never like this in Sorrento. And as Allen roars off, Toivonen's in trouble too. Differential broken, and there's no time to change it. On through the bitter, icy night into Kielder Forest, where the conditions are appalling, and on to Scotland.
First light on Wednesday morning, and this is Cardrona, the most northerly stage of the whole rally. The competitors have been driving through the night, through the forests of Yorkshire and Scotland. There are 76 crews left. This stage is like glass. One of the course cars has gone off already, and the news is that Tony Pond is closing on Marco Allen.
But not enough. At Cardrona, where it's difficult even to stand up on the icy ground, Allen still leads. And Tony Pond is not second, he's third, in spite of being effortlessly fast and smooth. For Toivonen, whose last major rally win was the RAC in 1980, is absolutely inspired. Up to second and really flying. For poor Michael Sundstrom, though, a sting in the RAC rally's tail. Still an excellent fourth at Cardrona, but then a gigantic car-wrecking roll at Kilburn Hill finishes his drive. So, up to 8th in the Burley Nissan, 3rd in the two-wheel drive contest, Terry Cabey. And look at this, up to 7th from 23rd, Russell Brooks in the Opel. Carlisle, 3.5 gruelling days and nights since the rally began, but now a short halt before attacking the forests again.
What about tonight, and then back into the forest and Kielder in particular?
I can't wait to get there. I just can't wait. It's really good for my flu. Every time I frighten myself, I feel better.
What's happening? What's happening to the flu?
Well, I'm frightening it away.
Still gripping you, is it?
Grips me. Not as much as fear.
Now, what about the dreaded Lanciers? Can you do anything about them?
Well, not why they remain sort of indestructible and attack the scenery from all angles and carry on. I've just got no answers for that.
And the Metro?
Metro's been very, very good. We've had no problems with the car car at all. It's just been driver.
How much sleep are you going to get now?
I don't know. Depends when you let me go.
Yes, that's
Through the streets of Carlisle and the massive rally traffic jams, Russell Brooks swings his 275 horsepower Opel Manta into the Castle Yard Park Fairmare.
What about Kielder again? Does that fill you with foreboding?
No, Kielder's changed a lot in recent years. It used to be extremely rough and extremely tough. The Forestry Commission have regraded the roads over the years and they've gradually got smoother and smoother, and it really is one of the fastest and smoothest forest sections there are in Britain today.
Apart from the fact you need a bit of a shave, you look amazingly chipper. Do you feel all right?
Yes, I feel top form, actually. I'd love to carry on through the rest of the night now.
From the second night traverse of Kielder, south through the Lake District to the finish back at Nottingham. So, what's been happening overnight and how to find out? No problem. Get on the old dog and bone.
Marco Allen, who had taken the lead of the rally on Monday morning, lost 5 minutes on the walk stage at around midnight last night and dropped to third place behind his Lancia teammate Henry Toivonen and the MG Metro of Tony Pond. Pond and Toivonen, who had been separated by...
Allen off. So, number 6, Toivonen leads and goes on to win his second Lombard RAC rally. And Allen makes an incredible recovery to take second place despite touring at icy Grisdale, and make it an even more incredible first and second for Lancia. Down to third, entirely due to unsuitable tyres, goes Tony Pond, after fighting every inch of the way in a rally to remember. Fourth, a magnificent fourth, Per Eklund, who's proved again that experience pays. Fifth, and the first two-wheel drive car, Juha Kankkunen in his last drive for Toyota. And the best of the British, Jimmy McRae, to win his private war with Russell Brooks. Terry Cabey takes 8th after a dogged never-say-die drive to enhance his growing reputation. And Russell Brooks' fine fighting 8th place helps to secure the prestigious team prize for Opel. In the surprising Skoda, Norwegian John Hawkland makes it an unprecedented 13 class wins in 13 years. And in her Peugeot with Ellen Morgan, Louise Aitken-Walker takes the ladies' prize. I'm sure that not even Lancia expected to win, but they came, they saw, and they conquered. And how? First and second, suddenly to create a new generation of supercar. But then so did MG.
It's been a hell of a battle because of the pressure of not wanting to go off or have a replay of last year and still try and remain competitive. So we had a strategy before we started and we stuck to it. And it didn't quite pay, you know. It came very close, but it didn't work.
Well, you're being very modest because you haven't been at all well the whole rally.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, but you have to live with these things and, you know, can't make excuses.
Well, we've obviously got a competitive package. How about 1986?
Well, I think in World Championship terms, it's the car is so reliable. If we can come up with this again and continue, I mean, it's going to get in the frame on every event.
Henry Toivonen and Neil Wilson, glorious victors with Lancia of the Lombard RAC Rally.
Well, it took a long time to win it. Actually, I'm quite relaxed because, you know, after so many things what has happened during this rally, and now it just dropped on the hands, it's so difficult still to understand. I mean,
Henry, what are the high points of the rally that you remember now?
Well, of course I remember that when I was on the roof.
Yes.
But Kill the Forest, I think, that I will remember always. It was so difficult.
Well done.
Thanks a lot.
The story of the RAC Rally. The first rally of the 1986 World Championship is the famous Monte Carlo Rally. That's in January, and we'll have McFarland equalising. It's not so many years ago since people used to go into their garage, get in the family saloon, drive it down the road, and win the Monte Carlo Rally with it. Things of late have got a little more complicated, of course. But this year, the 54th running of the rally, it's just finished. The British much in evidence once again, because, of course, once upon a time, we used to actually win it, you know.
For years, the prestigious Monte Carlo Rally was a British preserve, with 3